Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Do you want to hear a story? I'm not letting go.
Are you ready for this?
Follow your heart.
I'm going in!
This is
Blockbuster Smash Up!
Welcome to another episode of Blockbuster Smash Up. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and as each episode, I'll be joined by my co-host, Todd G. Levin, and our special guests as we try to smash one globally accepted good film and one globally accepted bad film into one hopefully cohesive new film for you guys. And with that said, let's dive in and meet our guests. Todd, who do we have with us today?
Well, today we have back with us for I don't know how many times, Hillary Levi.
We don't
Second,
keep
third?
count.
This is my second on this podcast.
Right.
It's my third time with Partial Arc.
There you go.
We're
And-
time travelers. We don't actually know what episode
Yeah.
we're on.
And in the other corner of the couch that they're both sitting on, CJ Woodring.
Oh, hey, are we gonna fight?
Yeah,
To the death.
yeah.
Oh, I
That's
didn't.
the fight
You
couch.
didn't
I
bring
was
your
not ready for
weapon?
that at all.
Well, guys, we always kick things off with a personal question. Todd, what is our personal question?
So I was talking to a friend about this today, and usually I ask a question about a movie that you really like. I'm going to ask a movie about a specific movie. When is the first time you saw 2001: A Space Odyssey? Because I said this thing today where I was like, I feel like for cinephiles, the first time you see 2001 is kind of a big fucking deal. Like it's sort of a mind-blowing moment. Very few films, the word mind-blowing gets tossed around on a lot of posters, but there are very few films that actually like your brain just like leaks or explodes out the back of your head. And 2001's one of them. So I guess it's a little out there question. It's specific, but when's the first time that you saw 2001?
I actually remember the room that I was in.
See? Yeah.
And I remember it was on TV. I think it was on like TNT or something.
I mean, they know drama, so.
Yeah, they do. But this was before they knew drama. And you know what? It may have been on AMC when it actually played just movies and it was like modern TCM, right?
Yeah.
And we were in my old house, so I knew I was younger than 10. So I think I must have been 6 or 7 or something like that. And I do remember, because this was the same, because I watched Star Wars when I was 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So
OG.
my parents raised me and introduced me to films. They would be like, sit down, you're gonna watch this, like it's gonna be great, and it's like cinema,
Watch this robot samurai fight this farm boy.
basically. And my dad was like, 2001 Space Odyssey, like that, it's on, you have to watch it. So yeah, it was probably all around that same time, then a couple years, and I just remember like watching it and being like, oh my god, this is amazing, like I was so blown away by it. And then I found out Arthur C. Clarke and also Philip K. Dick we all have the same birthday.
Hey, that's a good one.
Whoa.
Those are, wow. I'm jealous now.
And Jane Austen.
CJ?
Yeah, my first time was actually in college because I went to film school, right? And we had to watch it for a class. And I had never seen it before somehow. The first time I saw it, I loved the visuals, and I wasn't super into it. I wouldn't say my mind was blown. I was really into the Hal sequence because it was like the most narratively conventional section,
Right.
Where I was
Right,
like
it's-
afraid for people and things, and
Yeah.
You have like a conflict and
There's
like
a
a
characters
villain
kind of, and yeah.
Which is the part where what's funny about that is that's the part where there's a computer.
Right, and that's right, and those kind of things were really lost on me at the time. I think my head was so into learning story structure and a lot of traditional sort of filmmaking things, I wasn't ready for breaking the rules yet, I don't think. And then it wasn't until a couple years later, after being out of college and watching things on my own, that I was like, I should watch that again because everyone loves it for some reason. And then watching it by myself without any papers to write about it or anything, I was like, oh my God. Like I just started seeing all the things that were happening and the themes and the idea of telling a story beyond just, like rooting for someone not to die or whatever.
Right.
And that's when it started to sink in, I think.
All right, so those were our personal questions, which means that'll be taking us to our game, Blockbuster Smash Up.
Smash, 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 smash.
All right, this is our game, Blockbuster Smash Up. This is where we will take 2 films, one globally accepted good film and one globally accepted bad film, and we will smash them together and make them one film forever endeavor. So Todd,
Yeah.
for this episode,
Sorry, I'm really excited.
people can't see your glee through the mic.
There's just a certain joy associated
Todd
with picking a stinker.
obviously has the bad film.
Yeah.
He's so excited about it. And I have the globally accepted good film. So you
Yes.
ready, Todd?
Yes.
On the count of 3?
Yes, I am. Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Joe's
Indiana Jones,
apartment.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Wait, what did you say, Todd?
Joe's apartment.
No, wait. Oh my God! I hope it's not the movie. I think that it
If
is.
no one remembers a little
I
movie
barely
called
remember.
Joe's Apartment,
Please
it
tell
was
us
the
about-
first MTV Films movie. It was there was like a few shorts that were made beforehand that did very well on the channel, and they decided it'd be a great idea to make a feature-length film about it.
Oh no! Is this? Please don't let it be what I think it is.
Joe's Apartment.
Oh God!
Jerry O'Connell plays
No,
Joe.
it is that movie.
And basically, the whole film is about how there's this building and it's getting
Would you say
condemned.
that it's Joe's apartment?
Well, not yet.
Oh, okay.
There's this building that is getting condemned. There's a sweet little landlady that's like, wanting to keep it. And Joe is like this hapless surfer dude, rocker kind of guy who like sucks. He's like a drummer, but he's really bad. At one point in the film, he's in a band called Shit.
Yes.
Jeez.
It's subtle.
And
It's a subtle movie.
MTV, it's so alternative. and so he gets a spot in this building and tries to help the landlady from this evil like corporation that's trying to tear down the apartment to make room for some big mall or something like that.
Oh, shitty corporations.
Right. Except when he moves into the apartment, he learns that he's not alone in the apartment.
Oh, God.
And inside Joe's apartment, Joe has about 1 million roommates, and they're all tiny, singing, laughing, dancing.
Wait, singing?
There's a whole lot of singing in this movie.
Oh my God.
Cockroaches.
God.
What
Joe.
the hell?
Joe lives with cockroaches, and
I-
they become his friends.
Is this like stoner comedy? It sounds
100%
Okay, okay.
MTV
Okay.
stoner
So
comedy.
the cockroaches
I
do
get
not.
it now.
The cockroaches do not like him at first, obviously.
So the cockroaches don't. Yeah, the cockroaches are like, fuck this guy, and we're gonna make him move like everybody else that we've made move in this apartment,
Right.
But Joe is such a slob that him and the cockroaches start to kind of like get along. And by the
Nice.
way, there's the scene that really tears everyone up. I remember it did for me, that where Joe learns that there are cockroaches in his apartment, because we meet the cockroaches before we meet Joe.
What?
Because they're like the people they're like the world, and then Joe moves in and they're like, this guy, is a scene where he's eating breakfast at the kitchen table, and they're like in the cereal,
Don't.
and he
no.
takes a bite and he puts it in his
No,
mouth.
I'm gonna take off the headphones.
Are you kidding?
No.
Wait,
And
did
then-
he eat a cockroach?
And then he goes, and then puts it takes it out, and then there's like a cockroach being like, "Hey, you big guy," and then and then he's like, "Blah," and then starts the whole scene where he's like, "You can talk," like all that kind
You
of.
know what
bullshit.
would have been amazing though if he had just like literally like, fuck it, and just ate the cockroach, and then all the cockroaches are like, no!
it turns
So-
into
And the rest of the movie is just a Godzilla movie of cockroaches fighting Joe in the apartment.
So there's a love interest that Joe has.
I was gonna ask, who is like,
And after a while, the cockroaches do this whole thing. It's basically becomes like a buddy comedy with like 1,000 cockroaches and a guy and a loser, where
it's difficult to keep track of
So
the buddies.
confused.
They
with
wanna help-
1,000 buddies.
they want to help him, get the girl, but then they're kind of like, oh, he's, like she's getting in the way of like our like friendship or whatever. Meanwhile, he's trying to stop the corporation from condemning the building and all the little henchmen that are coming and like trying to do that with help from the cockroaches who like beat up, and Sullivan's Travels tie them
down.
up and everything, and all these kinds of things. Basically, all the things that the 3 things that you can think of that would be funny with cockroaches.
Oh,
Right,
the
right, right, right,
Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels, yes, Gulliver's Travels.
So we have the girlfriend.
So there's the love interest, and then there's like the evil henchmen, and they're trying to do it.
And then the
eventually the building burns down.
What?
Oh
Does
my.
he kill all the
This
cockroaches?
got real dark.
No.
The building burns down because of some shenanigans. There's a giant. One of the people in the movie, I forget who, works for a toilet cake company. And
What?
at some point in the movie, just wait. At some point in the movie, somebody gets squashed by a giant urinal
Would
cake.
you say like the urinal cake, like from there, the cockroach's perspective is so large, like a rolling boulder, Todd?
Oh.
That's exactly where I went.
In fact, that is the exact joke that they're trying to make in that moment.
Wow.
So Perfect.
And to basically Joe, like the cockroaches fuck up the romance between him and the girl, and in the end scene, all of the cockroaches commune with all of the like street animals and pigeons
What?
and rats and all these things in the city in order to conspire to get the two back together, and then they live, I think,
Do they live happily ever after?
In
I guess.
the burnt down apartment.
I guess in another apartment, and they invite all the roaches to like stay
What
or
happens
whatever.
to the sweet old
It's a
lady
real
who owns
loose-
the building?
Yeah, I was about to say that's a crazy ending where it ends and they're just like, wow, I guess we could have just moved into another apartment and never given a shit about any of that
Just
stuff.
erases all the stakes immediately.
all the stakes gone.
Forget it.
Let me tell everybody a little bit about a film called Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What's this movie?
So, summary, archaeologists and professional adventurers hired by the U.S. government to find the Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis do. He teams up with ex-lover, former mentor's daughter, Marion Ravenwood, to track down the Ark's location. After many punching contests, dangling contests, and leaping from things contests, Indy and Marion managed to save the day.
Dangling contest.
While we
so accurate.
really
It's
good.
so accurate.
While we all get to watch a bunch of Nazi assholes melt like candle wax.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's pretty much
That's the
spot
movie.
on
It's
pretty
accurate. I mean,
accurate,
he
yeah.
is either punching or hanging from things or jumping to things.
Yes.
Dangling is a
His
better word.
dangling is
Yeah.
strong in that movie. So there are a lot of fun
Yo,
facts.
Indy, your dangle game is strong, bro.
Now, there are a lot of fun facts about this movie. Some people know, like, he was sick and people had food poisoning on set. That's why he shot that guy instead of had a sword fight with him. People know
Did
about
you know
how...
that, CJ?
Oh yeah.
People have heard about like the R2D2 hidden in like the background of some of the sets because George Lucas, helped
Oh, I
work on the
actually
film.
didn't know about that one.
Oh yeah, in the Ark of the Covenant where it's first housed when they go into the Well of Souls.
Uh-huh.
On one of the golden columns of the hieroglyphics that are on there is an R2D2.
Is an R2D2
Yeah.
hieroglyph? That's
they
very
hit
clever.
some fun stuff in there. But some fun facts now. I couldn't pick. There were so many. So I decided all my fun facts are just around how badass Harrison Ford was on this movie.
Excellent.
So the first is the out-of-control plane scene where Indy is boxing that huge German dude. And,
Oh,
the plane
yeah.
spinning around
Yeah,
and the propeller
totally
almost hits him.
useless scene that like doesn't need to exist but is amazing.
Dude, that
Yes.
scene's amazing.
But like if you take it out of the
say
film,
that
it could
right,
still
right,
work.
right,
Sure. Anyways, when he's having that fight, apparently one of the times they were shooting it, the plane actually ran over Harrison Ford's knee,
Yeah.
tearing his ligaments.
yeah.
But rather than submit to Tunisian healthcare, Ford put on an ice pack and just carried on.
Shit.
So like a plane like just rolled over him. It was like, you know what? Let's just keep shooting this movie.
Tough dude.
Fucking professional.
In the opening scene, Indy had to run from the giant boulder in order to escape the ancient temple. Because the scene was shot twice from 5 different angles, Harrison Ford had to run from that boulder 10 consecutive times.
Wow.
So he just did that scene on repeat 10 times running from a giant boulder.
Jesus.
Last, probably my favorite, towards the end of the film when Indy is fighting a bunch of Nazis on a moving truck where he has some serious dangling game, Harrison Ford was actually dragged behind the truck for some of the shots. And like he did a lot of his stunts in this movie. And he actually badly bruised his ribs. When he was asked if he was worried when shooting the scene, Ford quipped, "No, if it was really dangerous, they would have filmed more of the movie first." An extra fun fact about that scene is all 3 of the Nazis he beats up on the truck are all 3 of his stunt doubles in the movie.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Which is almost like a great, like,
Yeah, you're
almost
right.
like a narration of like how badass he
It's
is.
a meta narration.
It's a meta of like,
Yeah.
I beat up my own stunt doubles and do my own stunt in this
Yeah.
scene. So we got to smash these 2 movies together.
I'm gonna throw out an image.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I like this.
Of like, I don't know if we probably don't start with this, but at some point
We got the image board up.
we've
and,
got
we gotta storyboard this.
We've got
Yeah.
a pit full of snakes
Oh, why did it have to be snakes?
that all probably sing.
Oh, yes.
So let's just
my
let that rattle
God.
around.
Also, I
Okay.
also have an image. Now, I understand that a scarab is a beetle. For easy's sake, I want an image of like cockroaches like praying to like a golden scarab.
Oh my god, yes.
Wow. I like that in the Indiana Jones universe, we've just established that all of the animals and insects are just sentient.
I love it. I think, yep. Let's
Oh
run
my
with that.
God.
Can we open with them
Yes.
praying, doing their thing, and then click, 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 like light comes through, whatever.
And they
right?
scatter.
And they scatter,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then in comes Montana Johnson.
And it's a shadow at first.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
we
The
pan and then it's Harrison Ford as Montana Johnson.
I'm down
and
with
also
that.
we want to confuse our audience immediately when the first frame of this movie opens.
This is wait. You nailed it. You nailed it. That's actually perfect. Starting with the cockroaches is perfect because why? They're praying to this golden thing. This guy comes in. They try to stop him, but he takes it and he
Yes.
leaves
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Love
because it belongs in a museum. He
Yes.
says, right?
It does.
Cold open.
Yes.
And these
Okay.
and then all these at the end of the cold open, all these cockroaches come out and they look really sad because they're like, our god is gone. You
Yeah.
know, right? Okay. So then, like, fast forward to the
fast-
present.
Getting really excited.
Fast
Yeah.
forward. So New Jersey James is kind of a lazy guy.
Yeah.
And he's trying to live up to his father. You know, he could never be an archaeologist. He never had the skills, but he wanted to be close to the work that his father did. So he works lazily at a part-time job at the local museum.
As a janitor?
As a janitor. Yes. And
man.
in this
Got it.
museum is where the actual scarab, the golden scarab, like kind of one of his greatest finds that Montana Johnson ever got, is housed at this local museum. But, guys, the museum is struggling because some strange German conglomerate has come by and is trying to acquire this museum and tear it down and knock it down.
Right.
And, I mean, this is New Jersey James's legacy, is this museum.
And this is fucking New Jersey.
This is, you don't knock down a museum in New Jersey.
No Germans come into my Jersey.
Not at all.
I jumped just before we mentioned the German.
Yeah, please
guys.
do.
Okay. So I was thinking perhaps. So he's a janitor at this company.
Yeah.
Or a
And-
museum.
Museum, yes.
Yeah, he is a
Where-
janitor
okay.
museum.
Where
yeah.
the scarab is being held, and it's like the prime piece, right, of the museum.
And he is, I'm sure, just shamed every single day that like he's a janitor.
Yeah.
And this is the great. And I bet there's like a museum director who's just like, man, apple sure does fall from the tree. You know, like
All the
What if
time.
he actually does have, like, I feel like this would be very appropriate for today's audience. Like, what if he actually does have a PhD in archaeology and he is the janitor?
Oh, of course.
Because he's,
Okay, so then he's mopping one night after this horrible heartbreaking moment.
and
Because-
he mops, right? He's a janitor because he doesn't like dirt because he's
there you
like
go.
a germaphobe, right?
Yes.
So he likes things clean.
The place is
Turns out
sparkling.
ancient temples, a lot of dust, a lot of dirt in ancient
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that.
He's
doesn't
like
like
a
it.
book researcher. Like he just spent all the time in the lab where everything was really sterile, and
Right.
and that's why he's like a field archaeologist because he never put in his lab hours.
No field work.
No field
Yeah.
work.
Oh, and the opposite. So Montana Johnson always wore the classic Indiana Jones garb of like the leather, the open shirt, and like the dirty hat and everything.
And he hated paperwork.
his
He's like Jerry O'Connell's like James Spader in Stargate.
so he's James Spader in Stargate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
Sure. I'm all for
Yeah.
that.
So poor sap, neurotic, whatever. He's mopping one night. He's like the only one left.
He's got so many psychoses.
He can barely
He
function.
will win the Oscar for this. God
as
damn
a
it!
human being.
What do we think is going to make him more interesting? Hypochondriac. He's looking up to his father. He's,
throw them all in there.
he's a failed archaeologist.
It's a desperate Oscar attempt
Yes.
on his part. So he's
But it's gonna
mopping.
work.
He'll be nominated for at least a SAG award.
Yeah.
So he's mopping one night, and he's all by himself or whatever, and he as he goes by the golden scarab thing, it's gone.
Oh.
All right.
And it's like, what? And then there's top of the line security and everything. They don't know how the people got in.
Okay, so the statue, the idol, or the golden
So it's gone.
scarab idol is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
And New Jersey James is freaking out because he was the only one there that night.
And he hadn't cleaned it yet.
He's now the prime suspect.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Right,
yeah. So
right.
he has to, he freaks out because, like, always characters in movies, they never make the logical decision, which is just like,
Stick
hey,
around and
check the
explain
camera
it.
footage,
Yeah.
I'll explain it, and everything will be fine.
It is
He
the
makes the split
90s.
decision of being like, they're going to think it's me, we got to run. So
Right.
he goes out on the lam.
There you go.
To
Yeah,
find,
good.
but also to escape from the museum police.
The museum Nazis.
Museum Nazis?
Yeah.
From Ben Stiller.
From Ben
Sorry, I'm mixing too many movies together.
Wait, but I have a feeling that
Wait.
the guy who owns the company that's trying to shut down the museum, I think either that guy or the guy who owns the museum has to be played by Jerry Stiller.
I'm gonna nix actually Jerry Stiller on this, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw in Helen Mirren.
Frau Mirren.
Yes,
Oh,
as the German who is trying to shut down. In addition to, he goes on the lam with the
Her daughter?
security guard, who is a woman.
There you go.
Who is
Okay.
played by...
Can we have someone in the younger
wow.
bracket?
Let's throw in Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington,
I love Kerry
America
Washington.
Ferrera, someone.
I like Kerry Washington a lot.
Yeah, I like Kerry
She's
Washington.
great.
Let's do it.
So Frau Mirren is our enemy of this film.
I love that.
Yes.
Frau Mirren is her name. And we've got Kerry Washington. What's her name? So we've got Miriam Ravenwood. Does she have a funny name? We've got New Jersey James.
Miriam Ravenwood. Oh my goodness.
Madeline Dovetwig.
Yes,
Actually, it's like a
I'm all
nice sounding
about
name
it.
suddenly. Yeah.
Okay, so Madeline Dovetwig. Dude,
She sounds so
the
British
people's
to me.
names in this movie.
Madeline Dovetwig.
No,
Nobody's
they are
innocent.
going on the run together.
Yeah, but there has to be some
Well,
conflict.
Well,
I
maybe,
kinda like-
maybe she works for Helen Mirren, and then she realizes that he's innocent, and
Yeah.
so she goes.
and she's implicated along with him, so she
Also
has to go
then-
with him or whatever.
Also, then that's a really good time because if she's working for Helen Mirren, then they can talk about something other than man, and it passes a Bechdel Wallace test.
Nice.
Boom.
And
good.
they're always like late at night. They're the only two people that are there. He's cleaning, she's security guarding. You know,
We have a really nice meet cute where they're like,
Yeah.
cleaning
I'm
like a
cleaning.
dinosaur bones, and she's like,
I'm cleaning your
The thing
patrol.
I'm missing right now is
Yeah.
the mesh between. So what's the German company up to? Like they want to shut down.
okay,
that-
well, I've got it.
Okay.
So this is the big MacGuffin that we find out. Is that Frau Mirren is after the golden statue itself, and she knew just stealing it herself was going to be too noticeable, so they
Yeah.
wanted to slowly decay the museum so that all of the items in the museum go into storage, and she can
And
go
get
in
shipped
there
off to
and
other
get shipped off to other
museums,
places,
right?
and
Yeah.
something might get lost along the way. Well, we find out that the cockroaches know this is important, and they worship this idol because he who holds the
Yes,
idol
yes.
is ruler and master of all insects of the world. And Hitler and his Reich knew this years ago, and there was an
And they
amazing
failed.
adventure that we completely missed of Montana Johnson getting to this idol and saving it.
We just saw the end of it where he gets it.
But
Yeah.
the cockroaches don't trust humanity with this idol. So
Right,
the cockroaches have returned to get it back for them, while, and Frau Mirren is there to get it to once again make the Nazi party rise again.
I was gonna suggest.
That's her motive.
Absolutely. That's what every
The
Nazi
Fourth Reich.
rumored that Nazis were like lizard people or like lizard instead of snakes.
Yeah.
They were like lizard people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. A very popular, very well founded rumor.
Yeah.
I think I heard that in high school.
Yeah.
YouTube conspiracy videos.
So how about Frau Mirren is instead like a giant
Reptilian.
lizard reptilian person?
I'm
Oh,
fine
Is
with
that
I'm always down with talking about lizard people.
Yeah.
It's
So,
one of
like-
my favorite topics.
which means we can have some pretty awesome, intimidating scenes of Frau Mirren just like grabbing someone like, where have they gone? And like just acid and whatever's coming out of her face. Would be pretty awesome.
acid come from?
I have no idea.
Oh
Don't
my
all reptiles produce acid?
Yeah, all lizards.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All lizards,
Oh my
geckos, they
God.
just shoot acid.
That's
And
called a
also,
tongue.
Nazis also want to get control of the insects because not only will they rule the world with, crops, but they will have never-ending food supply if they control the golden idol.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
You just
I'm
made
down
that
with
like
this.
legitimate
Guys,
and
it
works.
understandable.
The stakes just got raised.
Like you just made this absurd thing logical.
Okay, so Jerry O'Connell and Kerry Washington, New Jersey James, and Madeline Dovetwig are... So now we know this. We got the exposition because probably Helen Mirren expositioned someone for like a whole scene. Like, you don't know this,
man.
and then told everybody what's happening in the movie. So now we cut to them, and they're chasing after.
Oh no, I think that he has to find his grandfather's old stuff. And when he finds his
Yes.
grandfather's old stuff, he learns from his diary that there's this, he was hunting for a very long time. He was fighting these reptilian Nazis, and they want the scarab, and the scarab has these qualities.
And he finds
and
a
all that
young
stuff.
picture of Helen Mirren, of Frau Mirren, who used to
Oh,
be an ex-lover of
shit.
Montana Johnson.
Oh shit! But he spurned her.
Lizard
He did something in the
people
past.
age slower,
Yeah.
so that's why
Yes.
she's still alive.
I think we have to cut to the cockroaches who are discussing because they're characters too.
Yeah.
These cockroaches are like
true.
important to our
Well,
story
I feel
because
they
we started
have
with
names
them.
like
you know?
yeah.
Sneezy, Dopey.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Creepy,
the
slimy.
seven dwarf cockroach.
slimy.
Creepy, slimy, icky, gooey, splat.
I like that. That's what they named themselves.
And
That's the dumb one.
Well, they're generational.
Guys,
yeah.
Splat was half crushed, and Splat is not fully coherent.
just drags his back
he
legs.
got stepped on by like a hot dog cart
Oh,
in
no.
New York.
And then the last one, the really old one, his name's Nuke.
Nice, because he could survive.
He's the oldest one. He survived.
He's the one that told. He's the elder.
He's
His
the
name's
one
Nuke.
Keeper of the
that-
story.
You remember, he's
Yeah.
the Splinter of our weird
That's
Teenage
right.
Mutant Ninja
Oh my
Turtle
God.
cockroaches.
Yes,
So I think they're communing somewhere. They have
Elder
the scarab,
Roach.
right? And they're
Yeah.
just like, okay,
Yeah.
like we got to get this thing back to Egypt. This is the fulfillment of
found it.
centuries of our people.
Yeah.
Trying
my
to get there.
road shall be ours.
Oh my God, that's why Montana Johnson hated snakes. They were reptiles.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
It all makes
That's
sense
so
now.
great. I feel like maybe like the first half of the movie is like Jerry Connell and Kerry Washington trying to get, it's sort of them versus the cockroaches, with Helen Mirren coming up in the background of the story.
So we have three warring factions.
Kind
Oh.
of, yeah, but then like halfway through
They realize they have to team together.
Yeah, and then
It's
the
like
second
Bridge on the
half-
River Kwai,
Oh my gosh, it is.
Sure.
except golden scarab beetle in Lost in New Jersey.
Yes. And without the depressing ending, also probably.
And we realize that maybe Jerry O'Connell or New Jersey James realizes that his father only removed the idol from the place in Egypt because he knew it wasn't safe anymore.
Wait, is it his
he
father
put
or
it-
his grandfather?
Sorry, his grandfather. His grandfather.
What happened to his father?
Who cares about that guy?
Okay.
So at what point before we get there do they like meet up?
I think they have to meet, and they do have to get on an airplane together because they have to
Yes.
fly back to Egypt.
Yes.
They do, which means we get a great scene of them on an airplane with cockroaches, like
And trying to hide everywhere.
Sneak 'em,
yeah.
Trying to hide
And
in
then
every.
we get hijinks, like people
have to
freaking out in the
nap.
bathroom when they see they hear singing or whatever. They open the door and it's the same scene from Joe's
Yeah.
apartment where the cockroaches
God.
are singing and they're like, you know what, guys,
and they turn around, they're like, and then everyone on the plane knows that they, yeah, right.
Splat, we need to unwind a little bit. Let's go to the toilet.
Like we always do.
Oh, no.
Da, da, on a plane, we're on a plane.
Well, and then they're singing as the voiceover singing goes over the map of them flying because you have that
Yes,
little
that's
cockroach,
great.
like the icon for the plane.
Yeah,
With
it's with
wings.
wings, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Amazing.
Ugh.
And it's just
Yeah, all over. They go the totally wrong way.
So they finally land on the plane to Las Vegas.
So I think
The
they're like
Karen
they go to
International
Egypt. They run into the Nazis or whatever. They
No, they
realize
don't- they don't go to
realize,
Egypt.
I think they do, and
Oh,
they realize that they like, oh shit, like we need to like the
The
Egypt ones are
code,
like.
it's one of those Da Vinci Code things where the code was wrong. They said the new pyramid, but we
Yeah, right.
interpreted it as one of the old pyramids.
Right.
It's in fact, and then we get a slow fade into the pyramid of Luxor.
Yeah.
So then it just
Fly
cuts to
over.
like the
Yeah.
you know, like they
Yeah.
have to go all the way back and they land in
And you have the disgruntled Froud Mirren in the middle of the Egyptian desert being like, where are they?
Yeah.
So since they would be here, so here, there's a pyramid. And you have the one shitty smart Nazi the whole movie has been flipping papers upside down, being like, I stole it from them off the plane. I swear, I'm reading it correctly. And then she beats him.
something with carrot top on it.
Her teeth turn into a reptile mouth, and she eats him. And
Oh yeah,
we finally have the epic showdown in the Luxor Hotel.
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
The urinal factory is right next to the Luxor Hotel for some reason.
Yeah.
So when they're finally caught by the Germans, they have a scuffle. They somehow get out of it. They set fire to the urinal factory accidentally. This causes the giant urinal cake on the top to break down through,
Yep.
roll through, break into the glass of the Luxor Hotel.
Everyone's
They're
running out of the way.
They're running out of the way as this giant urinal cake is following them down the Luxor Hotel, and they have to get to the center site, which is under a craps table.
Right.
No. They go up to the craps table and they have to bet on a certain thing, and they bet and they look up, and the guy who's running the craps table is a really old man with a beard, and he goes, "You have chosen wisely."
Yes. Yes.
And the ball lands in the right spot, and the craps table,
Yeah, it pulls apart.
the table not the craps table, but the
Roulette
the
table.
roulette table separates, and it shows the final spot.
Yeah.
And New Jersey James sets it in its right place, and it closes, and the Nazis lose, guys.
Oh, and can we put in an element of early on in the movie, because these cockroaches have spent generations trying to get this thing back, right?
Yeah.
So if early on we've established that they're just tirelessly working all their lives, they never get to enjoy life.
Yes.
Truly.
Yes.
Oh, great.
And then finally, after they win, then like during the credit sequence, we get
Yes.
like Hangover style like pictures of them
Yes.
just living
Oh,
it up in
yes.
Vegas.
They're
Hangover
having-
pictures of them, like,
I think it's similar
So
to like
much
At the
cockroach
Ratatouille.
Bunny Ranch.
Similar to
Yeah.
Pictures of the
Ratatouille,
Bunny
they've
Ranch.
created a miniature Las Vegas, you know, in the gutters and everything,
Yes.
where there's just like tons of like small like cigar smoking
my God,
cockroaches.
I love
You
it.
know,
we have shots
One-
of Madeline, Dove Twig, and New Jersey James eloping at one of the hotels
Yes.
in Vegas.
well the
Yes.
chapel across the street,
Yes,
you know, the
the
little
white
chapel of
chapel.
love. Yeah,
Yeah.
Little
Yes.
roulette tables made out of bottle caps.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
There could be like a it could be a throwback like to the Rat Pack. So there's like a little cockroach Frank Sinatra.
And it's the sands.
like yeah,
the sands.
Oh my
but they'll
God.
call it something like the sewers.
Love it.
They would have to be the encephalopod pack, the thorax pack,
Thorax pack is pretty good.
Yeah,
not the rat
I
pack.
think it'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And Las Vegas sues us for everything.
Yeah, but they, you know, these cockroaches get to live. These ancient cockroaches get to live happily ever after at the Luxor in Las Vegas. That's
Yeah.
very similar to like their, you know, where they're
Yeah.
from or whatever.
Yeah.
New Jersey James and Madeline
They
Dove Twig.
opened the
Dove Twig.
first Smithsonian Museum in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Which is
It's-
people are like, all right, you know what? Honestly, after spending days in casinos, I could go to a museum.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And
I
New
could learn
Jersey
something.
James
Yeah.
finally
Gambling
gets
history.
his due, you know, as like the grandson, and takes on the name of his, you know, and he becomes, you know,
New
he's
Jersey Johnson.
New Jersey Johnson, because he's no longer ashamed of himself. And I think, by the way, retconning something, Helen Mirren or Frau Mirren is the one that gets squashed by the giant.
Oh yeah,
urinal
yeah.
cake.
Oh,
She gets
yes.
squashed by the
Yes.
urinal cake for
Yeah.
sure.
So we're not going with.
And you know who?
She's his mother. We're not going with that.
But in the after credits scene,
Oh no. Sequel.
Yes.
she gets up and she's just like still
Terminator.
alive because she's like a lizard or whatever,
Oh, that's right.
and she sheds out of her skin or whatever.
Can I add one heartbreaking moment to the very finale of the
Yes.
film? Is that the person that gets Helen Mirren in the way of the urinal cake is Splat. Splat is
Splat saves the day.
Splat is the cockroach that the whole time they didn't believe Splat could do it. He's always the one lagging behind, but Splat is the one that distracts Helen Mirren.
Tripped her with his like little leg.
Yeah, and he goes down with the urinal cake because it's not only beautiful but also ironic.
They
Splat.
pour one out for
Pour one out for
for
Splat.
Splat.
That's while they were living it up.
What is the name of this movie?
God.
Oh.
I think it's got to be like
New
Roaches
Jersey
of the
James.
Lost.
New Jersey James. Wait, what was it?
Roaches of the Lost.
New Jersey James.
Oh,
And the roaches of the lost
Scary?
pyramid. Oh, we have to. Yeah, it's the
Roaches of the Lost Idol.
no New,
That really gives away the
Crosswords
ending.
of the
New Jersey James and the Roaches of the Lost
Egypt.
of the
and the
Lost.
roaches of Egypt.
and the Roaches of
And the
Egypt.
Roaches of Egypt.
I like
Yeah,
that
pretty good.
actually.
Yeah.
That's
New
simple.
Jersey James and the Roaches of Egypt.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah,
That works. All right, guys. So that was our smash up.
that was ridiculous.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
this
Watch
is
that.
way better than Rainbow Warrior.
I would see that movie.
Everyone would see that movie.
Jerry O'Connell would have 3 Oscars?
All right, guys, that was our smash up, and that'll take us to our game. Marry, fuck, kill.
Marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, kill.
All right, this is our game, Marry, fuck, kill. This is where Todd will name 3 movies, and we'll have to decide which movie we would marry, which movie we would fuck, and which movie we would kill. Todd, what are they?
In honor of New Jersey James and the Roaches of Egypt, this week's Marry, Fuck, Kill is live-action talking animal movies.
Oh, God.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Perfect.
We've got Babe,
Okay.
Milo and Otis,
Okay.
and Homeward Bound.
I would marry the shit out of Homeward Bound.
Okay, so Hillary's first. You would
Sorry.
marry Homeward Bound.
I want to spend the rest of my life with that movie. I love that movie. Yeah, I would marry Homeward Bound. I would fuck Milo and Otis, and I would kill Babe
Why would you fuck Milo and Otis?
Why would
I
you
wanna
fuck
know.
Milo and Otis?
because I hate Babe.
That's so dark.
I know, and I know that everybody loves Babe. And I think
I don't know. Somebody else might kill Babe. Someone else might
I
as well.
think I would kill Babe, and because number one, even though I'm a Jew, I love bacon. And
That's the best
Fair
reason
enough.
I've ever heard.
No,
I hate this little fucking talking pig because I want to eat it.
honestly, here's the thing. I know a lot of people like Babe. I never cared for it as a child.
La la la.
Yes, that is so annoying. He has the most annoying little voice, and
I'm all about that Charlotte's
and
Web.
also, yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say. I am Team Charlotte's Web all the way.
Ooh.
Are
And-
there factions? Because I also
I mean, the war is starting, so you're gonna have to pick a side.
the
very
pig
soon.
war. But war pigs. Gusto and
You know what? Then
Moxie.
I'd like to go next. I would actually like to fuck Babe. Because that pig's got spirit.
There you go.
This took a really weird turn, I'm going to be honest. Having to
You'd
choose
like to,
between
Fuck
animal
a piglet.
movies.
You'd like to pork babe?
Well, you know what? That saves it. There we go. I would also marry Homeward Bound because...
Yes.
God damn, that movie's heartwarming. And I'd love to have all those animals in my family forever.
I would take care of them.
Be amazing. Go on adventures. They know. I could just repeat that same adventure they went on. It would probably be amazing. If I was an animal in that relationship, I'd probably be like, I don't know, like a turtle, although probably wouldn't keep up very well. Maybe a frog. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Or like a gerbil.
Oh wow, you're just putting yourself in the story. I like
Of
it.
You
course,
are
of
also
course.
an animal.
Of course, I'm an animal as well.
You're just gonna Mary Sue yourself into Homeward Bound. Great job, Jay.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I did. You know what? I was a frog, and I was the best frog. I was so cool. I actually knew where to go the whole time.
I was wise, sassy, and had a big mouth.
And I would kill Milo and Otis because I never saw that movie.
Oh.
So it's very easy to do. So Todd or CJ, what are your picks?
What remind me? Milo Notice is
Milo
a dog and a
Notice
cat?
is like a pug and
Oh.
a tabby.
You can stop. Kill Milo Notice. No,
I really do hate pugs.
that pug wants to die anyway. It's just no one will let it.
no one else likes Milo Notice.
Kill me now, please.
I haven't seen the
man.
movie,
Amazing.
but pugs are the ugliest thing. Then with the remaining two, I have like a conflict because I want to say marry Homeward Bound because that movie gives me the feels every time.
Yeah.
But when I say fuck Babe, it makes me think of that episode of Black Mirror.
I never saw the episodes.
fuck.
So
You know what I'm talking about?
Wait.
And it scarred me so much I can't get that out of my head, and that really bothers me.
Wow.
So I might
Oh.
just have to marry Babe just to avoid
I'm down.
revisiting that idea.
And then you would fuck Homeward Bound.
I guess, yeah.
Oh my.
Some hot homeward action.
It is.
Gives you
That's Sally
Some
Field.
hot action heading in
Sally
the
Field.
direction of home.
Home base?
Oh shit!
Hey,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Home run.
Todd.
I'm gonna also kill Babe.
Yes.
You know, just because like
That's
I
sweet,
also
sweet
like
bacon.
eating bacon,
For that
and
bacon.
and I also was confused with the Charlotte's Web thing. You actually reminded me of that childhood confusion that I guess I just gave up on it because I was like, okay, I guess Babe's a movie. And then the other thing is people just really really like that film like a lot.
Why?
But it was like a big like beloved movie, and I'm like, I don't know. There's other movies where animals
He
talk
wants
that are
to be
better.
a sheepdog. Hey guys,
through
to be
violence,
fair, the
but-
talented one between those two movies, Babe is talented because he wants to be a sheepdog, and Babe,
Yeah.
the spider is the talented one in Charlotte's Web. That pig didn't do shit.
But she dies in the end.
Yes, that's why you like the spider the best. But no one gives a shit about
And
that
I
pig.
hate spiders.
Man, Charlotte's Web is really good. You
It
know
is.
why?
Yes.
You know why? One of the singular reasons why Charlotte's Web is so good because Paul Lynde is a fucking genius
That's
voice
true.
actor.
Wilbur!
The smorgasbord scene where he's singing about the smorgasbord is amazing.
It's delicious. So, you're going
So,
to kill Babe.
I'm gonna kill Babe. I'm gonna go ahead and marry Milo Notice. It's been a long time favorite of mine. I don't think I've ever really gotten through the film because it's
Just like your marriage, you're just in the
calming.
beginning of it,
It's
and you want to...
so calming that I like by the
asleep?
end I fall asleep every single time. That's how much it's like soothing to me. It's like a very comforting kind of thing. And it's also really adorable.
Good enough.
So and then I guess I'd fuck Homeward Bound, but I don't even know where to do that. So
Not in the United States, I guess. I don't know. Like, not in any
Not anywhere.
legal
actually.
country environment.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna fuck Homeward Bound, and maybe just have like a feral threesome or
I mean-
something, a foursome, I guess.
You could fuck the adventure of traveling home.
Yeah. I'll adventure fuck Homeward Bound.
Adventure.
fuck is
Concept fuck that movie.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. I hope you learned a lot about New Jersey James and cockroaches. And if you're enjoying the show and you've got a second or two, a quick rating or review on iTunes would be amazing. Or you could share the show with a friend. Either way, we really appreciate your support. And as always, we'll be posting a new episode every other week. And if you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, we'll head over to partialark.com. That's ARK with a C. Of course, you can email us any questions at blockbustersmashup@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter and Instagram @partialark. And if you'd like to keep in touch with Hillary Levi, you can follow her on Twitter @HillaryLevi. And if you'd like to hear more from CJ Woodring and you enjoy comedy, you can check him out at funny-shorts.com. And be sure to follow Todd on Twitter and Instagram @TG11. Thanks for listening and see you on the next episode of Blockbuster Smash Up.
Let's go home.